Welcome back to Euro Football Daily for Euro Transfer Talk, your weekly roundup of all the latest news and gossip from the continent. Let's get started. We start in La Liga this week with Barcelona, who, as we're all well aware, have been making headlines for all the wrong reasons in recent months. Their perilous financial situation has taken another hit in the last week too, as main shirt sponsor the Japanese e-commerce company Rakuten won't be renewing their contract with the Catalan Giants, which was initially signed in 2017 and was worth some €55 million a year, although this season's deal was worth just €30 million after a renegotiation. But fear not, Barcelona fans, as your side continues to find themselves linked with a number of big names. It's reported that with the departures of Antoine Griezmann, Miralem Pjanic and Junior Firpo amongst others, and the purge expected to continue over the next 12 months, the Blaugrana will have more money to play with when it comes to rebuilding the squad. So who is at the top of the shortlist? Well, the first move being plotted for summer 2022 is Dani Olmo. The former La Masia player first left Spain for Dinamo Zagreb as a 16-year-old in 2014, before switching to RB Leipzig in a €22 million move midway through the 2019-20 campaign. The 23-year-old impressed with 14 goal contributions in Germany last season, as well as contributing 3 assists as Spain made it to the Euro 2020 semi-finals this summer. Reportedly, a deal was closed for Olmo to rejoin Barca at the end of the most recent transfer window, with Mundo Deportivo claiming that personal terms were close to being agreed, although the major stumbling block was that the two clubs' failure to agree a fee for the Spaniard. Also on the shortlist is, perhaps unsurprisingly, Erling Braut Haaland, who is deemed as the dream signing by Culés president Joan Laporta. However, as you'd perhaps anticipate, the monster pay packet said to be demanded by his agent Mino Raiola and father Alf Inge, as well as the €75 million release clause, could get in the way considering the club's overwhelming debt. One player though they wouldn't have to pay a fee for is Man United's Paul Pogba, who finds himself out of contract at Old Trafford at the end of this season. But much like Haaland, should Pogba become a free agent, he will be courting the interest of the world's biggest clubs, including long-linked Real Madrid, former club Juventus, and the bottomless money pit that is Paris Saint-Germain. Add to that, Pogba's current employers are preparing to offer the World Cup winner £400,000 a week to keep him in Manchester, which would make him the second highest paid player in the Premier League, behind teammate Cristiano Ronaldo. These are all moves that Barca would make next summer, but this next rumour could be one they make in January instead. And it may come as a shock to learn that the player they are confident of landing during the winter window is Manchester City forward Raheem Sterling. Previously an indispensable member of Pep Guardiola's squad, the 26-year-old has seen his game time fall since the turn of the year. He only started 2 knockout fixtures on City's run to the Champions League final, instead being preferred in the Premier League matches, where he only had 1 goal and 2 assists to show for in his final 3 months of the campaign. This season hasn't started much better for the Englishman, who starred for his country at Euro 2020. Sterling has made just 2 starts in all competitions, which were the opening day defeat to Spurs and last weekend's 0-0 draw with Southampton, the only 2 matches Pep's side have failed to win so far. According to Spanish outlet Sport, Barca were keen on signing Sterling over the summer, with club reps travelling to Manchester offering a swap deal that could include one of Griezmann, Dembele or Sergio Roberto, but was rebuffed by City chiefs. This time around though, Sterling is said to see Catalonia as the ideal destination to get his career back on track. A loan move appears the most likely option for Barca for obvious reasons, although there's no doubt if they can get him permanently, they will. After all, despite an underwhelming first half of 2021, Sterling has still scored 115 goals and set up a further 87 in his 6 years at the Etihad. Barca fans, we want to hear from you. What do you make of all these transfer rumours and who should your club target? Let us know in the comments below. The biggest question being posed to the Barcelona board right now though surrounds manager Ronald Koeman, and whether or not he is the right person to lead the football club. Following their 3-0 defeat to Bayern Munich in the Champions League last week, AS reported that members of the board urged President Joan Laporta to fire the Dutchman. Whilst no action was taken, it doesn't mean that Laporta isn't looking at his options. Koeman remained notably coy when asked about the rumours he could be on his way out, saying, "I don't know if my position is at stake because they haven't said anything. But you have to win. In the end the results count and nothing else. I have no fear for my future." The 58-year-old then added, "In the end the club decides in the name of the president. There are people who want me to continue and others that don't." So who's at the top of the list should Koeman vacate the managerial position? Ajax boss Erik ten Hag is the #1 choice, but it's believed his compensation package will be too large, especially considering he signed a contract extension in the Netherlands over the summer. Xavi is of course another name linked with the job, with the club legend long earmarked to eventually take over the role at the Camp Nou. The Spaniard has won 58 of his 89 matches in charge of Qatari side Al Sadd. Another icon in Henrik Larsson is also being linked for the position, and would prove a cheaper option as he is currently Koeman's assistant. Named 4 in Laporta's 5-man shortlist is Jordi Cruyff, son of Johan, who is currently the club's sporting director, and has managerial experience in Israel and China. Finally, B-team boss Sergi Barjuan is considered the most cost-effective option. The left-back made almost 400 appearances for the Blaugrana during the 90s, and has already racked up a decade of managerial experience in Spain's second tier, as well as a 2-year stint in China. Again, Barca fans, we want to know if you think Koeman's time at the club is up, and who they should hire if they do make a change. Get your comments down below. Before I go any further, just a quick reminder to subscribe to Eurofootball Daily and hit that notification bell to never miss a Euro transfer talk. Moving some 400 miles now along the Mediterranean coast to Monaco and Ligue 1, who look primed to lose one of their biggest talents by the end of this season. Midfielder Aurelien Tchouameni joined the Principality club for €18 million from Bordeaux in January 2020, and after spending half a season getting up to speed, became an integral part of the side in the 2020-21 campaign, making 42 appearances across all competitions. The 21-year-old's 3.5 tackles per match was third best in the division last season, as was his combined defensive actions total of 5.2 each game. Monaco had the 4th best defence and qualified for the Champions League, although they'd have to settle for Europa League football after defeat to Shakhtar Donetsk in the playoffs. Chelsea was said to be interested in the Frenchman who made his debut for Les Bleus earlier this month, but were reluctant to pay the €40 million demanded by Les Monégasques, instead opting for Saul Niguez on loan from Atletico Madrid. However, that has opened the door for Juventus, who are making the youngster one of their main targets, although they have some problems of their own. Of course, Max Allegri's midfield is already overloaded with players, so on the proviso that they can offload one, most likely Aaron Ramsey or Weston McKennie, then they could make a move for French football's next big thing. Up until then though, the ball is very much in Chelsea's court, with the Blues determined to secure a signature ahead of a move next summer, although by that point, and considering Tchouameni's rate of development, who knows what the asking price will be. To Arsenal next, where it looks like Alexandre Lacazette's time with the club could be coming to an end, and whilst his contract to the Emirates expires at the end of this season, his departure could actually be even sooner. Despite assurances from Mikel Arteta that the Frenchman was an important part of the squad, he's yet to start a game for the side this season, and the Gunners seem in no rush to offer the 30-year-old a new deal either. So with just 54 minutes of football so far this season, the writing appears to be on the wall for Lacazette, and it looks like both Atletico Madrid and Sevilla are prepared to offer the former Lyon man a way out of North London as soon as January, even though he could sign a pre-contract agreement with either side as we move into the year 2022. This is according to Madrid-based newspaper La Razón, and whilst no figure has been quoted as yet, it would make sense for Arsenal to simply cash in on a player they seem prepared to let go just a matter of months later. So Arsenal fans, we want to know how much you take to sell Lacazette this January. Does it depend on where you are in the league? As ever, get your thoughts in the comments section. One name though that could be on their way to the Emirates, albeit not until next summer, is Noah Lang. A relative unknown to football fans in England, the 22-year-old winger has exploded over the last 12 months, following his transfer from Ajax to Club Brugge. In his debut campaign in Belgium, Lang scored 16 and set up a further 7 as his new club won the league, with the Blauwzwart turning the loan deal permanent for a bargain €6 million. And with 3 goals and 4 assists in just 8 games this season, it's hardly surprising that he's piquing the interest of a side like Arsenal. The Dutch under-21 international is not for sale, however, but according to Vijay, there is a belief that a deal could get done if an offer is made in the region of £20 million. This already represents a discount on his market value according to both Transfermarkt and the Football Observatory, so in our eyes it's a no-brainer. If Arsenal don't make a move, somebody else certainly will. So guys, that was Euro transfer talk for another week. What did you guys think of our stories this week? Can you see Raheem Sterling actually going to Barcelona in January? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, remember to smash that like button, it really does help us with the algorithm, and I'll catch you next time.